for experiment 15, we need to get some potassium nitrate. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh out potassium nitrate on the balance here. So about 12 grams of potassium nitrate, so we need quite a bit. It's very soluble, so we're going to use a lot. Because a lot will dissolve in water. All right, so we have 11.896 grams of potassium nitrate. I'm going to go ahead and put that in a graduated cylinder and add water. Okay, so I'm going to add 9 mils of deionized water to the 11.896 grams of potassium nitrate that I measured out. And obviously that's very little water for all that solid. So in order to get it to dissolve, we have to put it in hot water. So I have my hot water bath here with a clamp, so I can clamp this into place. Okay, I'm going to clamp my graduated cylinder into place and lower it down and heat it up so that it dissolves. I'm going to go ahead and set up Logger Pro, so I'm going to click on this little clock button and for data collection, and I want to change it from time-based to events with entry. So events with entry, and then I'm going to type solution for my entry. So solution, and then short name, I'll just put SOL. So right now I have the temperature probe in my potassium nitrate solution, so it's 69.4. So it's still not dissolved yet. So I want to wait for this to dissolve all the way. So there's still a lot of solid in there, so I'm just going to mix it up a bit. And we have to wait for this to dissolve, and then once it dissolves, I'm going to pull it out of the hot water bath, and essentially I want to get the temperature at which it crystallizes, and that's right when our solubility occurs. Right when we start to see crystals is our when we have the solubility of potassium nitrate at a given temperature. Okay, so we'll check back in on that in a minute. Okay, so it's almost all dissolved. I'm stirring it with a stir rod here to get it all dissolved, all the potassium nitrate dissolved in solution. So it's almost there. Oops. Okay, so once it's all dissolved, I'm going to pull it out and record the actual volume. So it's going to be greater than the 9 mils of water I added, because I had, remember, almost 12 grams of potassium nitrate in there as well. Okay, so I took it out, recorded the volumes. I'll get that data for you. And basically I'm waiting for the first appearance of crystals, and that's going to be the temperature of crystallization. Oops, so I got some. I don't know if you can see them floating around there. So that is going to be our temperature of crystallization, and I have that data that I kept on the computer, which I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, so solution 1 had a crystallization temperature of 72.7. That's right when I started to see those crystals form. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 milliliters of water to it. Okay, and then I got to heat it up again in order to dissolve all of those crystals. So I'm going to put it back into the hot water bath. Okay, clamp it in, and I'm going to heat it up to dissolve it because we had crystals and they all need to dissolve. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to take it out and wait for the first appearance of crystals to form, and that's what I will, and then as soon as I see those crystals form, I will hit keep on the computer. Okay, so I'm going to agitate this again and waiting for the first appearance of crystals. I think now you can see those crystals floating around in there, so that's what I was looking for. Okay, so as soon as those crystals started floating around, you could kind of see it against the black background. That was what I was looking for the crystallization temperature, just when they start to form. So you can see them floating around. So what I did is I went ahead and repeated this process 6 more times for a total of 8 solutions. So I added the 3 mils of water to the graduated cylinder, then I heated it up to dissolve the solid, and then I took it out and cooled it down and recorded the temperature, which is in the second column, at which the crystals first started to form. And then I also put on here for you the volume of each of those solutions, because you need the volume of each of them so you can calculate the concentration of the potassium and nitrate ions. So that's the data. So you might want to pause this video right now and write down those values in your data table. So actually I've been letting this sit for a while, and now you can really see the crystals forming, and they're going to the bottom. It's really pretty. So we don't want this many crystals when we record the temperature. That's why I needed to do it right when the crystals started to form, but it looks really pretty, these potassium nitrate crystals falling out like it's snowing. And then on the bottom, they form long crystals here. You can see it.